Mueller, very good friends with Peter Mueller. I wonder if he'll hook up here.
Went to high school together. Now that guy can work a crowd.
Thank you very much.
They didn't like him that much when he played for the Edmonton Oilers.
The Phoenix Coyotes are proud to select from Everett of the Western Hockey League, Peter Mueller.
And just to our right, a group of fans from Everett, Washington, just down the road from here, exploded as Peter Mueller, we mentioned, went to high school with Phoenix pick Blake Wheeler, but chose not to go to college, chose instead to go to the Western League, played for Kevin Constantine as his head coach, the former National Hockey League coach with New Jersey and Pittsburgh and San Jose.
And if you play for Kevin Constantine, you learn to play without the puck. You learn how to work all three zones. But the number one skill for this guy, aside from his size, 6'2", 205 pounds, he is a terrific playmaker. Independent Scouting Service ranked him as the number one playmaker in this draft. A very great passer. Now, there are some teams that had this guy in their top 4. There are also some teams I talked to that had this guy ranked between 20 and 30. There are some question marks about his skating, but nothing so severe that would push him down too far outside the top 10. The son of Randy and Linda, another American. We've had 8 picks so far in the Gord today, and 4 of the 8 have been Americans. Mueller, the latest one. He's a quarterback on the Everett power play. He played very well for the U.S. at the World Junior Championship here in Vancouver. He puts on the sweater.
Skating is not going to be an issue, Bob. He is a very good skater for a big person. And one of the things that you notice when you go and evaluate him, you watch him when he's playing with Phil Kessel in a World Junior or a World Under 18, he can keep up to the pace level of Phil Kessel. Phil Kessel's considered the most explosive skater in this draft. So speed's not going to be the problem. He's a bigger person. He just looks a little bit slow. But I loved what you said about the playmaking. That's what Mueller brings to the party. And the fact that he was prepared and coached by Kevin Constantine at the junior level helps him so much defensively. He's a much more ready NHL player because of that experience with Kevin Constantine.
Well, the Phoenix Coyotes have liked big guys, and this is a look at their recent draft history. And if you want to identify what's been wrong for Phoenix,
there it is.
And the reason that team has had so much trouble making the playoffs, 3 straight years now out of the postseason,
The 9th selection,
there are their first-round picks, and it has not been a plethora of players who have become first-line players in the league. Here's James Duffy.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Back with Wayne Gretzky. First of all, you have to be careful about those ovations. I don't think you should introduce, because I thought you were going to run out of time and they would say Phoenix is passed.
No, it was pretty nice. It was a nice feeling up there today.
How does Peter Mueller fit into your plans? Do you think he can play right away?
We hope so. You know, he's a big boy. He's a proven leader on the teams that he's played on, and we're really excited. We didn't expect him to be here, and I know people say that a lot of times, but we really didn't expect him to be at that pick. And we're proud to have him with our team and with our organization, and we're going to see him next week right here in Phoenix.
You've signed on long-term now, 5 years. Mm-hmm. Will it take 5 years? Can it afford to take 5 years for Phoenix to be a contender? How long do you think it will take? And what kind of players, now that you've seen the new NHL for a year, you watch the playoffs,
right?
Has that changed your opinion on what kind of player you need to rebuild the team?
Well, I think that what we saw in the Stanley Cup playoffs is same thing that has been there forever, and that is you got to have grit, you got to have speed, and you got to have heart. So when we're drafting all these players, they're young, they're 18 years old, and you know, sometimes it doesn't work out for these guys, but all in all, you know, they work hard, they bring a commitment to your hockey team. That's all you can ask for. I believe now with the new CBA in place that there's a lot more parity in the game today, and you can, if you make the right decisions, get to the Stanley Cup playoffs and get to the Stanley Cup finals quicker than in 5 years.
Wayne Gretzky, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
The third player from Minnesota, Peter Mueller, picked in the draft. Up next, it's the team from Minnesota, the Wild, with the 9th selection.
Todd Button stepping to the mic.
The Calgary Flames are proud to select from the Everett Silvertips, Leland Irving.
That goes over big with the Everett, Washington contingent here at the draft.
Leland Irving, a workhorse goaltender. He started 66 of Everett's 72 games this year. Conquered a lot of things. List Lance Armstrong as one of his heroes, and why not? Because at the age of 8 years old, he beat cancer. Went through a year of chemotherapy, and I think he only missed one hockey game because of it. Came back strong from that. This guy was #1 goaltender on some NHL scouting list for some teams. Now, he suffered a pulled groin in the playoffs, and he was not able to play against the Vancouver Giants. And the Everett Silvertips were beaten in 4 games straight by the Vancouver Giants. A lot of people wondered if things might have been different if Leland Irving was healthy. He's a young goaltender, and he's already got himself an invite to the World Junior Evaluation Camp for Team Canada that will go this summer. A .925 save percentage, a 1.91 goals against average, and as I said, 67 games played, and the 4th goaltender this year in the year of the goalie to go in the first round.
Well, you know what? Sutter's not afraid to talk to people, Bob. And one of the guys he has internally working for him is Doug Sotar, who's his general manager of his American Hockey League team. He would know all the goaltenders in the West because he was a general manager before he got that job with Calgary with Everett in the Western Hockey League. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have some internal knowledge on this player, Leland Irving, before they made the pick, and I think a lot of it came from Doug Sotar.
This is a big year for the Everett Silvertips in terms of draftees. Obviously, Peter Mueller went in the top 10. Leland Irving goes now, and there's still a couple of other players out there, including Andre Fiala, who could still be first-round picks.
Well, the last guy they took from Alberta in the first round, or one of them anyway, didn't work out too badly, Dion Phaneuf. Sutter hugged him.
Now, this is the 4th goaltender from the Western Hockey League to go in the 4th round since 2002. Carey Price, of course, went to Montreal last year. Devin Dubnyk to the Edmonton Oilers the year before that, and some kid named Cam Ward to the Carolina Hurricanes in 2002.
So Leland Irving, the latest first-round pick out of the Western Hockey League. Who wears the mask and gloves?
Big day for the Calgary Flames to get Leland Irving, but fans in Calgary will be really excited by the fact they got Alex Tangay from the Colorado Avalanche in exchange for Jordan Leopold. A defense-deep team that can afford to give up a defenseman gets Tangay, and now they get Irving. James?
All right, thank you, gentlemen. With the newest member of the Calgary